none in there, dude. I was gonna be like, the one time that I actually want one, there's none in there. Oh, blue one. Oh, yeah. Blue ones are the best.
Alright, we are rolling right now, so.
Yeah, you're supposed to start it. Sounds good.
Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Casual Observers, episode number 6. I want to say?
6.
I got my good friend here and expert. I'm using that term loosely.
Very loosely.
On aliens and extraterrestrials, the like. Jacob Lockfelter.
Hello.
Jacob,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm doing great at Jolly Rancher because we're sponsored by Jolly Ranchers now. And I can't talk with a Jolly Rancher in my mouth. I don't like to put it by my teeth because it makes my teeth feel weird. So if it's going to sit in the middle of my mouth the whole episode, I'm going to talk like this.
Also, Fritos. Thank you, Fritos, for your sponsorship. We enjoy your commitment to quality and thoughtful discussions.
Oh, and frozen water. It's just water with frozen on it. So, I mean, we're sponsored by that too.
That's not the... There's a brand, though, right? Oh, Niagara.
That's not relevant. It's got frozen characters on it. That's why it's relevant.
Well, this episode is all about aliens.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out they're probably not real. Darn it. But we're going to talk about all of it. So, first off, first thing we got to decide is definitively answer, are aliens real?
Yep.
Yes. Because we know there's probably some water underneath the surface of Mars or something like that, which means there's probably some germs underneath there, so bam! Aliens do exist.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's alien life.
If you're gonna be one, like, don't be one of those snobby people who's like, of course aliens exist. Aliens just mean someone from another country. Shut up. We're not talking about that. And we're not talking about the bacteria in space either. We're talking about humanoid aliens, basically.
Illegal aliens.
I mean, we don't have any laws against them.
Yeah, we do.
Against extraterrestrials?
No, against people from other countries.
Oh, those are irrelevant. I don't care about those people.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they are aliens, for all I know. Everyone coming across the border, they might as well be aliens. Who knows?
That's true.
Okay, so are there humanoid aliens living on other planets right now? Probably.
Well, okay. So, you say probably, but you say probably because we've had a lot of time for them to come into existence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like us. The issue here is, just like in the God episode where we're talking about, you have an infinite time from the beginning of the universe until forever for life to be created.
Right.
But in order for aliens to be in existence right now, they don't have infinite time. They have from the beginning of the universe until now to have also been created. And
Just like us.
Right. But what we're saying is if we were created in that finite time, then what are the chances that other races were created in that finite time as well? We really don't know how much time is needed for life to actually become a thing.
Right. But, we're talking about anywhere in the universe right now.
Yeah, that's pretty expansive.
Which is humongous, and, we can only really observe, a small, tiny amount that we can, really look at, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And really know what's going on. We're about to see Pluto for the first time.
That's true.
This year, 2015. We're about to physically lay eyes on it.
Did you see that selfie that the rover on Mars took of himself? Curiosity?
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
That was pretty cool. But, so, yeah. Do aliens exist? Of course they do. Probably.
Of course they do, probably.
Well, is it likely that they exist? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because who knows? Maybe humans just took a long time.
It's true. We might be on the back end of it.
Yeah.
But there's really no way of knowing. We might be the most advanced.
That's true as well.
Which kind of sucks. Please, let's not be the most advanced, guys.
Yeah, aliens. Get on it. So there's most likely aliens. If we're playing the odds, there are humanoid aliens.
Dude, there's a dog barking, and it's gonna be picking up on that camera the whole time. We gotta do something about that.
Will it?
I think so, yeah.
Alright, just keep the episode going.
Alright. Well, just now it's gone. I'm gonna do a little jig here. We're gonna put some folk music to this right here. Get some trumpets and some all kinds of romantic love stuff. Baby making music going on right now. Cause yeah, he's gotta shut up that dog, yeah. I'm confined into this small camera space. Alright, Josiah's back.
Did you really keep the episode going?
Cut the music. Cut the music. Alright.
Okay. Where were we? So aliens probably do exist?
Probably.
Alright. What do we know about aliens right now?
They probably exist.
That's the extent?
Okay.
And they probably live among us too, right?
Okay. That's where we need to start talking about stuff. Okay. There are a lot of crazy theories about them living among us. But there's some evidence that's pretty solid, and there's some theories that are pretty widely accepted. Like, it's not just like the one crazy conspiracy theorist who's out in the field and he's like, I saw this little green dude one time or something. It's not like that. The community all generally believes the same stuff about the different races and stuff. And we'll get into that. But let's talk about the physical evidence that we have on Earth that people assume is from aliens.
Wait, can I just say something real quick?
Sure.
I was very surprised to find this Wikipedia article called, like, Species of Aliens or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, there was like a lot. And it was talking about them like they were real. And I'm like, what is this? Are aliens just real and I didn't get the memo or what? Because Wikipedia article, you know those are real. So
I mean, they're pretty legit. Most people will be like, oh, Wikipedia, you can't trust it. But no, that crap is moderated. It's pretty solid.
never steered me wrong.
But you're right. There is, there are races, and then people talk about them specifically and stuff, like the small grays, the tall whites, and all that.
LGMs.
What does that stand for?
Little green men.
Really?
It was in the Wikipedia article.
Okay, well, I've never heard about that one. I mean, I think that's the one that's like referred to in science fiction and stuff, you know?
This had it listed with all those ones you're talking about.
Okay, well, it's irrelevant. Okay. Can we start talking about the stuff that,
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Alright, guys, are you ready for this? Cattle mutilation.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do you know what it is?
I'm guessing the mutilating of cattle?
Did you look into this at all? Or can I just, like, read off all these facts and stuff that we have?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. I got this Jolly Rancher in my mouth, dude. This is gonna be really bad.
I know, it's kind of annoying to me.
Okay. Dude, you're munching on that freaking, like, meat twisties over there.
Honey barbecue.
They're barbecue flavor, dude. That means they have meat in it. Do they have natural smoke flavor? Yeah.
Oh, let me see.
Okay. Cattle mutilation has happened all around the world, and there have been many different cases of it. This is a fact. This is not some theory or something. We have, like, thousands upon thousands of reported cases of cattle mutilation. A lot of them are slightly different and stuff, but these are I'm about to list off and say the things that are generally consistent with most cases. Cows and sometimes other animals have been found dead with their organs missing and entirely drained of blood. There is no blood around the animal either. In many cases, there aren't any tracks leading to the animal, and in some cases, even the own animal's tracks are missing. Most of the cases report the animals being either so precisely cut open that it would have to have been done by a very skilled surgeon, and not just like a crazy person, or to be found with no cuts or surgical openings anywhere on the animal. It is reported that the mutilated animal bodies are avoided by other animals, even scavengers that would normally eat the body, for many days after its death. Nearly 90% of the cattle reported have been between the ages of 4 and 5 years. the United States government was pressured into investigating these cases and giving a report. All the reports had a little bit of information, but none of them were really conclusive, and no one's really happy with what the government reported. There are many different natural explanations for each individual issue, such as the blood missing, the surgical cut, the missing eyes, stuff like that. But many people have disputed these claims by saying the cows that they had lost were some of the most healthy among their herd, meaning that they couldn't have had a disease or something that allowed for all this to happen. And in some cases, report anomalies that cannot actually be explained yet.
Like what?
Like some organs missing and stuff that we have no explanation for why that organ could be missing.
Well, this all points to one thing.
Aliens?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Think it's pretty legit?
Well, what are the numbers on this? Like, how many cases are we talking about here?
Like over 100,000.
Yeah. Okay. And where are these reports from? All over?
All over.
The world?
I believe so, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well. So it's mostly cows, but some other animals too?
Yeah, sometimes it'll be goats or something.
Something that could be mistaken for a cow? To the untrained eye?
Maybe?
Huh. Well, yeah, so basically aliens do exist and they live among us.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what to take away from that other than the fact that things are happening that we don't know. There could be aliens. Could be a crazy surgeon, though.
Right. And that's the problem.
But how's he getting the organs out?
Exactly. Like
through the rectal probing?
Well, sometimes even like the rectum itself is missing. But as I said, sometimes there's a surgical cut that's very precise and stuff, and that's how the organs would be removed or the blood would be removed or whatever. But in order to drain all the blood, not have any blood around the animal, no tracks around the animal, anything, like...
Have to be dumped there.
Maybe, yeah. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just a crazy person killing him. The problem is that a crazy person, A, would have to be a surgeon, and they would have to be like all over the world because this happens like all over the place. This is not...
Crazy surgeons all around the world.
That's a book right there, dude. That's a book like on disproving aliens, crazy surgeons all over the world.
Or a really weird song.
That does sound like a good song.
Whoa. So, I mean, what do you think that this could be the work of aliens?
Absolutely.
Do you think this could be the work of something else other than aliens?
It's really hard because the really only like other theory that it could be is like a person, right? And some people have said, well, maybe what if there's an animal doing it or something? But first of all, an animal can't just like drain blood, right?
Vampire bats can.
A whole cow?
No, they hardly ever even notice.
And in
the animals I'm saying that are getting eaten.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They hardly ever even notice.
And in some cases, the cow will have gone missing for just like an hour and a half, and the farmer found it like when it was gathering its herd or whatever. The cow would have just been missing for like an hour and a half, and they would go out and find it just completely...
Mutilated?
Mutilated, yeah. So, I mean, an animal doing that seems like very improbable unless we're talking about some supernatural animal that we don't know, or not. I guess, what are those animals? What's the term for...
Bigfoot?
Yeah, like Bigfoot or the Chupacabra or something. What's the term for those? I know that there's a term, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Supernatural monsters?
I don't know.
Of some kind?
Something like that. Yeah, but even then, it happens like all over the place, so...
Yeah, it's okay, so it's probably not... It can't be a human being, or at least it can't be one human being, and it can't be an animal.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves either a plant...
Okay.
Or an alien, or an alien plant.
Or there have been some ideas that it's cultist, because, you know, cultists do crazy stuff like that. They would maybe like drain the blood of an animal so they can do a ritual or something.
Oh,
or
yeah, some real
something like
freaky
that.
cult stuff.
The problem is, again, all the cases are very similar to each other. Organs removed, blood drained, all this stuff, and again, the surgical cuts and everything. It would be very, very difficult to do all of that.
Yeah, and in the same fashion all around the globe.
Yeah, exactly. So, is that it? Aliens confirmed?
Well, I mean, what else could it be? Nothing.
Basically, yeah. The thing is, like, we're saying what else could it be? Nothing. And so it's like, oh, aliens confirmed, but like...
Well, we're not saying aliens confirmed.
We're kind of joking, but these cases aren't just like something made up by the alien conspiracy theorists. These are like actual reported cases and stuff. This actually happened. You can't just be like, oh, I don't believe cows get mutilated. This actually happened. And still happens.
Whoa. Yeah, there's a whole Wikipedia article about it, so you know it's...
Yeah, and there's a lot of different reports by farmers and stuff, and you can really look into it. But I basically put all the important stuff in that.
Man, this is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
Gosh, okay, so that's very suggestive.
That's very suggestive. So we've got one very suggestive thing.
We're that much closer.
Are you convinced? Can we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
UFO sightings. That would be the next one.
I can confirm also that UFOs exist.
That's true.
Well, a UFO is not necessarily an alien spacecraft, but...
Right, that's the thing. Okay, so everyone knows what a UFO is, and everyone knows the sightings and stuff.
Unidentified flying object.
Yeah, and everyone knows, like Roswell, right? Everyone knows what was it, 1947?
Well, just explain it for the people who don't know, even though I'm...
There was a crash of a reported spacecraft in Roswell, New Mexico, and it was reportedly taken to Area 51 or something like that. There's a lot of details, but you don't need to get into it. Now, I told you about this one already, though. This is the one that I find really convincing.
The one that happened in 18...
Yeah, okay. In Aurora, Texas, in actually have it here, 1897, in Aurora, Texas, there was a vehicle reportedly crashed. An alien, or an extraterrestrial life, I guess, was found inside of it, and they took the body and buried it in a grave in their town's graveyard. This happened, the reason that I find this one significant is because it happened in 1897. Now, as you all know, the space craze and stuff, and the time period that everyone talked about aliens and space and all that stuff was the mid-20th century, right? From like the 40s to the 60s and stuff, with all the space race and everything going on and all that jazz. That's when all the space stuff happened. But this one happened 50 years before.
What year did you say?
1897, right?
Yeah. Whoa, War of the Worlds was written in 1898.
Whoa, that's interesting.
I was just looking up, because I was looking up, the plane was invented in the first recorded flight was in 1903, I believe. Yeah, 1903. And so it couldn't be a plane that crashed.
Right.
Wow. Actually, it could have. Because that's only 6 years before.
Okay, so yeah, but...
I mean, it could be an undocumented
I guess.
plane crash.
That's true. It could be.
I mean, nobody would have known what a plane was, obviously.
But why would they assume it was an alien, not just a human, when they find the body?
Well, so the townspeople straight up said this is an alien, we're just going to bury it over?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
What?
Dude,
Seems more likely that there was a guy in there, and he died. And I'm like, yeah, well, we got a dead guy here. We gotta put him with where the other dead people go.
I mean, you would think that would be the logical answer if it was a human, but they said it was an alien. I'm pretty sure, or extraterrestrial life or whatever. Sounds weird saying alien.
Was this in where was this at?
Aurora, Texas. And the main issue with this is that the mayor of the city, I believe it was years later, investigated the case and has reported and said this was just a publicity stunt because Aurora, Texas had all these things going on and they lost a lot of population and they were just down to like 3,000 people, and so they needed a publicity stunt or whatever to get attention to them. But the thing with that is the mayor, it was like years later, I believe, and the mayor just investigated it. The mayor didn't actually dig up the grave and stuff because there's something about them they never want to dig up that grave. But it's actually, you can go there, I'm pretty sure, to the grave and see it and stuff.
Wow, so what did they claim? The incident, as reported, is numerous sightings of a cigar-shaped mystery airship were reported across the U.S. Well, see, the idea of like space travel and stuff, although it like was super popular in the 40s through the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were still like all kinds of science fiction and stuff and space travel stories.
Right.
You know.
Right. But I mean, most of that didn't come around until but apparently War of the Worlds came out a year later, so that's interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah, but I mean that can't be the first book about aliens, right?
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying that
you're saying
the people of that city weren't necessarily like totally ignorant of.
That's true. Yeah.
Of the fictionalized versions of.
I believe it's significant though because it's like the first reported UFO crash, right? I don't know if any.
One?
Yeah, I don't know if any that happened before that, or people claimed happened before that.
The alleged UFO is said to have hit a windmill on the property of Judge J.S. Proctor 2 days earlier at around 6 a.m. The pilot, who was reported to be not of this world and a Martian, according to a reported Army officer from nearby Fort Worth, did not survive the crash and was buried with Christian rites at nearby Aurora Cemetery. The cemetery contains a Texas Historical Commission marker mentioning the incident. Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, huh?
Which part?
The fact that somebody confirmed that it was not of this world. Reportedly, wreckage from the crash site was dumped into a nearby well located under the damaged windmill, while some ended up with the alien in the grave. Whoa. Adding to the mystery was the story of Mr. Browley Oates, who purchased Judge Proctor's property around 1935. Oates cleaned out the debris from the well in order to use it as a water source, but later developed an extremely severe case of arthritis, which he claimed was the result of contaminated water from the wreckage dumped into the well. As a result, Oates sealed up the well with a concrete slab and placed an outbuilding atop the slab. According to writing on the slab, this was done in 1957. Wow.
Seems legit.
It seems pretty legit, actually.
Yeah.
This was so long ago, I want to check it out.
Let's go,
I'm going to go there.
Aliens Part 2, we will go to Aurora, Texas, and Roswell.
By that time, we'll be doing this full time, so...
Yeah. Roswell, actually, it's not interesting, though.
But Aurora, though...
Yeah, Aurora.
I want to go up there and see what's up.
Doesn't seem that far. So are you convinced on Aurora?
Well, apparently, UFO Files did an investigation, the TV show, found that evidence was inconclusive and they can't rule out a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Aurora...
It's because they're not allowed to dig up the grave.
Aurora Cemetery was examined. Although Cemetery Association did not permit exhumation using ground penetration radar and photos from prior visits, an unmarked grave was found in the area near the 1890s graves. However, the condition of the grave was badly deteriorated and the radar could not conclusively prove what type of remains exist. Dang it!
That's very creepy, dude.
Dang it!
That's very creepy.
Oh, man.
This whole episode's creepy, dude.
The 1986 movie The Aurora Encounter is based in part on this event. The 2011 season premiere of Ancient Aliens was titled Aliens and the Old West, goes over this incident.
Why are we reading this?
I'm just saying, if you want to learn more.
Okay, if you want to learn more, just go to the Wikipedia page.
I gotta read it. They want me to read them.
That's true. They probably do.
Article.
with my like comments in between every other sentence.
So they can listen to it.
Yeah.
And not have to go and read it.
Okay. So we brought up the Aurora thing. Now let's just talk about UFO sightings in general. I'm pretty sure everyone has looked up into the night sky at some point and seen something that they didn't know what it was. Most of us probably reason out like, oh, that's just a plane or something. And 99.9% of the cases,
Or a drone.
It just is.
Drone strikes.
But sometimes people see things that move in the sky in patterns and stuff that cannot be, that couldn't be a plane or a helicopter or something. They see it zigzagging, or they see it move across the skyline so quickly, based on the distance and stuff, that they could measure it out and be like, there's no way that a plane could have moved that quickly across the skyline.
Like an insect.
Be some insect, dude.
Insects can fly pretty fast if they're close enough to you.
Okay, and
zoom by.
There's a lot of cases of people reportedly seeing ships, not necessarily in the sky, but like on the ground, and they see the general shape of the ship and stuff, and then they say...
And then by the time they walk over to it, the government's already there?
Yeah, that's what happens. This isn't a sci-fi movie, this is real life.
So what happens when they go and look at it?
And usually they'll see that it, like, well, there's a lot of stories about people coming in contact with the aliens and stuff, too, based on the ones that, the UFOs that are actually, like, on the ground or whatever. Like, the guy who talks about the tall whites and stuff. I think it actually, either him or some general or something, the Prime Minister of Defense of Canada, right? Or not the Prime Minister, the Minister of Defense of Canada has talked about all the races and stuff, and has talked about his encounters. And the point is that sometimes they see ships and stuff moving, but when we're talking specifically about UFOs, when we're not talking about physical contact, like seeing the aliens and stuff, it's almost like a religious experience where you see it and you can be 100% convinced that you saw it, and you are 100% convinced that it was an alien ship or whatever, but there's 0% way to prove it, right?
Right.
It's basically just a religious experience, which is why we can't actually just use UFOs as our basis for our belief in aliens living among us, right?
And I think alien believers are kind of, sort of, like their own religion in a sense.
I agree.
In the sense that they've had personal experiences that nobody else can verify, and only amongst each other, and then all the evidence they just kind of like convert into, suggesting aliens exist.
Right. Like, there's some stuff that I believe about the races and stuff, but then if you start talking to the people who are like really, really into it, they start talking some crazy stuff. Start telling stories about, like...
being probed.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Butt stuff.
Butt stuff 420. That's our hashtag, by the way. If you go on Twitter, hashtag butt stuff 420. Be like, watching TCO, butt stuff 420.
Hashtag at TCO. Hashtag butt
at
stuff.
TCO. Yeah, we don't have a Twitter. We should get a Twitter.
Yeah.
That's your job. You're the Twitter guy. I can't stand Twitter.
I'm the YouTube guy.
Oh, no, you're not.
You could be the Twitter guy.
I hate Twitter, dude. It sucks.
Twitter's
awful.
It's like Facebook, but not.
It's worse than Facebook. Okay, so the UFO experience is basically a religious thing. We have no way to prove it, but there have been many, many sightings of things in the sky that could not be, that are moving in ways that ships that we have, we don't have ships, we have planes and stuff, could not
Spaceships.
be, yeah, that don't move in that way. And there could be military vehicles that we have that are not known to the public that can do that kind of stuff. And a lot of conspiracy theorists will probably get into that too, and being like, the government has all this alien technology or whatever. But just chill out for a second. We'll accept the fact that there have been a lot of cases, and we'll take that as a little bit of evidence. But we're not going to say that's highly suggestive, like we would with the cattle mutilation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, what are
Dude,
you...
I'm looking at species of aliens, man.
Okay.
There's like Andromedans, flat wood monsters.
Okay, we'll get into that.
And like when you click on them, it usually just takes you to like the person or people that claim that they've seen these things.
Okay. The next one, so we have cattle mutilation and we have UFO sightings. The next one, alien abductions. Woo! Are you ready for this? Okay.
Yes.
People have real, quote unquote, for those of you listening.
Allegedly.
Wait, you can't just be listening. We don't have SoundCloud anymore. Real, quote unquote, memories of being abducted by aliens and possibly being taken somewhere / experimented on. There are explanations for this.
The government.
The government totally sucks. Yeah. Okay.
The government had their doctors dress up in alien costumes so they could do their butt stuff, get out of there, and then put them back in society, and they could be like, oh, aliens. Nope, it was just doctors.
That's a really bad idea, and I think you're wrong on that.
It was just doctors in Zentai suits.
Okay, before I actually say it, what do you think could be the explanation for these? For alien abductions? Because, I mean...
Well, there's one right there. That's probably the most common one.
Probably.
Government doctors doing butt stuff in alien-looking suits so that they can dump them back out. They don't have to kill them. They can just put them back out there and be like, oh, aliens. You know what I mean?
We got like Dr. Mengele working for the U.S. government now or something.
Well, I'm just saying
he never
that, like...
died. He's actually just...
I'm just saying if you want to experiment on somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to kill them,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got to release them eventually,
Mm-hmm.
well, it was really easy to just make them think that, yeah, it was aliens.
How long do I have to humor you on this?
Okay, fine. So you're saying that's not plausible?
It's possible, not plausible.
Well, what's your big master theory?
You really don't have any better theories than that?
Well, hindsight is 20/20, Jacob. You already know all the answers, and so they all seem so obvious to you.
Well, no, I thought of these and then looked at... I tried to find more, actually. I ended up only finding 2, I think.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Okay, yeah.
Let me try to live up to your expectation of my intelligence.
I mean, I consider you to be quite intelligent, so...
I know, I don't want to let you down here.
Please don't, dude.
Oh, okay. Delusions.
Like?
Well, alien delusions, that's what I'm saying. They could be mentally unstable.
There you go, that's one of them. Okay, mental health issues.
They can manifest in...
Paranoia, schizophrenia, all kinds of stuff, seeing things. That,
Just general craziness.
one of those... The reason that mental health issues is a pretty solid one is because in most reported cases of people who have had alien abductions, guess what? You ready for this?
They have history of mental illness?
Afterwards, after the experience, they have reported mental illness. So what they claim is, oh, I got abducted by aliens and now I'm all paranoid or whatever all the time and have all these mental health issues because I got abducted by aliens. But what we're saying is, look, you probably had these mental health issues in the first place, which is what's making you think you got abducted by aliens, right?
And then it came to a head whenever you had that. It just like peaked and that's when it all came out.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, so in most reported cases, the person ends up having like mental health issues. And the other one?
Aliens do in fact exist in...
I mean, that's a good one too. I mean, that's my personal favorite.
I mean, they're mutilating cattle, so why... Humans are the next step.
Well, we'll get into that. The next one's lucid dreaming. Right? Like,
Could be.
that one's... Like, okay, sleep paralysis and lucid dreaming happens like all the time. And every time someone, or most of the time that people say they get abducted, it's what? They're like in their bed, you know, they're sleeping, and they get woken up, and and an alien standing in front of them, he's all like, oh yeah, baby, right? And so...
Hashtag butt stuff 420.
And
Now, for those of you who don't know, a lucid dream is where you have a dream. It's like a half dream, half awakened state where
I guess I should explain
you can
that,
actually, you're making decisions within the context of your dream.
Yeah, you're like awake, but you're seeing things because a dream is kind of happening in front of you. You can actually, if you want to get into this, you can actually train yourself to lucid dream.
That'd be awesome!
It creeps me out, so I'm never doing it.
That's like virtual reality.
Yeah, but, and so you can train yourself to lucid dream. But...
So maybe you watch Independence Day, you go to sleep, you have a lucid dream, and Will Smith is there, punching an alien in the face.
What's the line he says? The one-liner after he punches the alien?
Oh, he's like, "Welcome to Earth" or something like that. I think.
Oh, yeah. He says, "Welcome to Earth." Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we got that cleared up.
Yeah. I was thinking, doesn't he say something like, "That's what I call a close encounter" or something, right? Or is that another movie?
That's either another movie or not at that part.
Okay. Okay, so people lucid dream, and sometimes it happens to people and they don't know what lucid dreaming is, and they don't know what sleep paralysis is, and they don't know all this stuff, and so it happens to them, and then when they wake up, when they actually fully wake up, they're like, "Holy crap, I just got..." Ew. Get wrecked. Alright, so they wake up and they're like, "Holy crap, I just got sent to an alien ship, my butt hurts," and butt stuff 420, and all this stuff. And so that's where they would think they saw the aliens, and because in most reported cases the person has mental health issues afterwards, it is reported with lucid dreaming.
They can't separate?
If people like, sometimes people can get so terrified during a lucid dream because they don't know what's going on, they can actually get mental health issues after it happens and stuff. Because it's just...
from the experience?
Yeah, it's such a different experience than what we have in our everyday life. You can see and experience crazy stuff, right?
Huh.
And so they could have mental health issues afterwards. And so lucid dreaming or having mental health issues before, both kind of blow out alien abductions out of the water. But they're, the interesting thing is that all the abductions, or rather most of them, people say generally the same stuff. But they're probably saying the same stuff because they heard what other people said about it. And they're trying to, confirm it,
Oh, subconsciously?
Yeah, basically. Because they want to confirm that what they did was real because people hate being wrong. Right?
And we've proven that.
We've proven that. Go watch our other episodes. I know you haven't.
Matthew.
Wow, dude, you can't name call on here.
Dude, I'm connecting with the fan.
The one fan?
Yeah, the fan that we have.
Yeah. Sometimes people have these experiences with abductions and they don't know that they had the experience, but they have some mental health issue going on one day, or they just over time start having it, and so they go to I guess a witch or something. What are the people that do hypnosis? Like a psychologist or something? Do they do that?
Hypnotherapist?
Yeah, there you go. And apparently through hypnosis, the person can reveal. They will say stuff that's on the inside of them and on the inside of their mind that they didn't know was there. And so that's where a lot of them come from too. Is people. I know, it's just.
Wow, that's the most bogus thing I've ever heard.
I thought I'd mention it. All
The
right.
hypnotherapist can help you remember experience that you don't remember having.
Well, through hypnosis. I don't know how hypnosis works. We'll do an episode on hypnosis, dude. I'm gonna hypnotize you.
That would,
Put a spell on you.
I would like to do that. Can you make me like super calm and mellow all the time?
I don't think I can because you are a very like open thinker and you'll be like, huh, what's the science behind this? And once you start questioning the science behind something, you will not be able to actually get focused on it and stuff.
What? You're saying that I am too reasonable to be hypnotized?
Probably.
What? Then hypnosis is a total sham if that's the case.
That's just my idea on it. Okay.
No, but seriously, I would like to like constantly be in a state of like total like
Just
serenity.
be a monk, dude, right?
Yeah, essentially like total serenity 24/7.
420, not 24/7. Okay, so that one again is it's like a religious experience. People do the same things with demons and angels and stuff. They'll be like, "Oh, I was sleeping, I saw my guardian angel watching over me," or whatever.
Oh, that's
right?
true, yeah.
It's
or I went to heaven, or hell,
yeah,
or what have you.
dude. When I said that, I just like pictured an alien standing over the bed instead of an angel. Like I had my guardian alien, like a tall white, just right by the bed, looking down on you. Holy crap, that's creepy.
Hey, maybe people are seeing they're angels and they're thinking they're aliens. Because as we know, Christianity is the one true religion. So maybe they're seeing into the spirit realm.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Uh-huh.
So there's a possibility for you right
Yeah,
there.
maybe that's a theory too, and we'll get into that later. I have a theory about that.
Did you just hear that?
I heard it, dude. They heard it too.
I wonder if the camera picked up my back cracking.
The last would be technology, and this one's kind of really, really out there. But there's a theory that some of the technology that we have today we shouldn't actually have yet. Like, specifically the two that I always reference and can think of are microchips and Kevlar. There's a theory that we got that technology from aliens living on Earth, working in the United States government.
Also, the Baghdad battery.
What is that?
It's a battery that Egyptians used.
With like the pots and stuff? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, they did that on Mythbusters, didn't they?
And they had calculators.
Really?
The Egyptians, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they could like, it was obviously like hieroglyphs.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like one cat plus one cat equals, you know,
Right,
tiger.
but that doesn't. I mean, a tiger mating with another tiger makes another tiger because tigers are technically cats, right?
Yeah, so.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Got it, nailed it. But yeah, that one's just kind of like crazy, but it is a theory, and I figured I'd mention it.
So microchips is what you're telling me?
Microchips and Kevlar. I think Kevlar is the main one.
I gotta fact check you.
Okay.
Well, move on.
Well, that's, those are the main ones those are things that happen on Earth that people, believe are because of aliens. And so those are the main four ones, I believe, that have been like, look, aliens did this and we have no explanation for it otherwise. And so there's that. The only one we really don't have explanation for, as we've talked about, is the cattle mutilation.
The Wikipedia article doesn't say anything about aliens helping out with
Nuts, dude. That sucks.
Texas Instruments? They make my calculator.
They do.
It's all come full circle.
We live in Texas, guys.
Dude, so where did you hear about microchips and aliens?
That was talked about in some stuff that I did a little research. I've done research on aliens and stuff before. And so that's what I'm referencing here.
Well,
okay.
alienufos.com has an article called List of 12 Alien Technologies the World Has Benefited From. Did some of our best technologies have alien origins?
Mm-hmm. And what's the list of the 12?
We got titanium, sometimes called the space age metal. Space aliens. Bulletproof vest, 1951.
That's Kevlar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bulletproof vests have been around since World War II, but they were not really understood or did much good until the early 1950s. During the Korean War, several new vests were produced for the United States military, which made use of fiber, reinforced plastic, or aluminum segments woven into a nylon vest. These vests represented vast improvements on weight, but the armor failed to stop bullets and fragments very successfully. Transistor, 1953. Pottering around the garden to the sounds of the ashes. I don't know what that's talking about. The remote control, laser technology, whitens teeth, removes tattoos, corrects vision, scans groceries, tracks missiles. Wow, that does do a lot. Thanks, aliens. Fiber optics.
True bros right there.
The microchip. It is impossible to sum up how much these tiny slivers of silicone metal have transformed our lives. Okay. Integrated circuit. True. And night vision device.
All true. All done by aliens. Confirmed.
Wow.
On camera.
I guess we've had the aliens to thank.
Okay. So, let's move on. As I said, the cattle mutilation is the only one we really don't have an explanation for.
Now let's get into the fun stuff.
There are many different reported theorized types of aliens. The main ones that everyone always talks about, and like the Minister of Defense of Canada talks about, are like the small grays, tall grays, the tall whites, also known as the Nords and all that. Those are the ones that are believed to be living among us today on Earth, over in like the desert and stuff, where I believe it's like Nevada or whatever.
Or in humanoid bodies.
Well, that's the thing. Apparently the tall whites, they look enough like human that they could be walking around the streets and stuff, and people wouldn't really think twice about it. They'd just be like, wow, that guy's kind of ugly.
What, just like with like trench coats, hats, glasses?
No, they could just like probably be walking along the streets. Because apparently they look enough like humans.
And that's the tall grays, you said?
Tall whites.
The tall whites.
Also known as the Nords. You can like Google images of them and you'll see what they're supposed to look like.
Tall white aliens.
You guys at home can Google them right now too.
Some of these look... Wow, this tall white's actually pretty.
They can't see that. It's creepy. Hey, would you mate with her though?
I mean, if we're compatible.
Well, that's a theory. Apparently, people have this theory that these aliens, I forget which race specifically, but those three I think are the main ones working with the government, and they're trying to create a human hybrid with those races of aliens in order to like create a bond between us. And in the abduction part, apparently some people report when they're...
Kate Blanchett. A picture of her comes up when you Google tall white aliens.
Dude, maybe she is a tall white. Ooh.
She does have an alien-looking face.
Apparently some of the abductees report that they remember seeing a child-like being when they got abducted, but it looked human, but it wasn't quite human. And so what they believe is they got abducted for the purpose of creating a hybrid between the aliens and themselves.
So you're saying aliens may live among us, and man, with Photoshop these days,
yeah, it's very difficult to like.
Pictures are like worthless.
Yeah.
Pictures of aliens or whatever.
I figured we didn't really need to get into this for the episode. If you want to actually learn about the tall whites and all the different races and stuff, you can go look into it. Those are like the pretty widely accepted beliefs about aliens among us.
There was a pretty cool tall white alien in Prometheus.
Never saw it.
It was pretty good.
Mm.
It's a prequel to Aliens.
I know. Never seen
Alien.
Aliens.
The whole series.
Never seen it.
It was a decent movie. It was kind of a disappointing prequel, though.
Predator's cooler.
But yeah, but who wins in a fight, though?
Predator? They showed that in the movie.
Oh, I never saw it.
Oh, Predator 1. Spoiler alert.
Wow, dude.
People
People are trying to learn about aliens, and you're just spoiling great movies.
Yeah, apparently in that movie, the whole plot was like, yeah, the Predators actually created the aliens, and they created them to train their warriors or something.
Wait, in one of the Alien versus Predator?
In Alien vs. Predator, they explained it, and they said that...
Aliens create the Predators?
No, the Predators created the aliens, I think, or maybe the aliens were, like, already on Earth, and the Predators would come and kill them or something, and they would train their warriors by, like, you would have to kill so many aliens to train your Predator or whatever. To become a noble warrior amongst the Predators, because the Predators are, like, a noble race of aliens, apparently, they would have to kill so many aliens, and, like, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, the whole plot was terrible, but it was a cool movie anyways.
Sorry.
I've seen that actually.
Oh, yeah?
That one's pretty legit. Like, he goes, there's a part 2 and stuff too. What he has on his thing right now is says evidence for tall white aliens, right? And it's a video based on satellite images of the area, in like Nevada or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's showing different things, and when you call whoever it is, you can call the government or something and ask them what it is because it's on a satellite image and they have to tell you. And basically, they don't really give him much of a report and stuff. There's also, with the tall whites, I think they're referred to as goats or something, and people say there's goats in the area, and you see pictures and stuff, and the code name for tall white aliens is actually like billy goats or something like that. I don't know, that it's been a while since I looked into this. The point is, we don't really need to talk about this, though. You guys can go look into that, and you'll see there's some pretty solid evidence. It's not conclusive, though. Just like a religious thing, you're going to have to, like, decide if I'm going to believe in this or not. The only really solid evidence, I think, is the cattle mutilation. So let's get...
That has to be aliens.
It doesn't have to be.
That's what I hate about I hate suggestive evidence.
It's
like,
pretty suggestive, though.
It's like, man, that really suggests that this is a possibility.
It's really creepy, too, dude.
What, the cattle mutilation?
Yeah.
Well, like, looking at it?
I mean, I haven't seen any pictures because I'm too much of a wuss to even bother with that stuff.
Well, I'm gonna Google it right now.
But I mean, we don't really have an explanation for it, whether it's aliens or something else. So, should we get into the fun stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, if humanoid aliens do exist, why haven't we seen any yet? Assuming, okay, why haven't me and you seen any yet?
I mean, maybe they just don't want to come out yet. They don't want to come out of the closet and show themselves.
Okay, so...
It'd make for a really awkward Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, if they're living on the planet, if they're living on Earth and we haven't seen them yet, there's clear explanations for that and stuff.
For all I know, I'm an alien.
Short brown and a tall white?
Yeah!
Dude, we make racial jokes every episode.
What if I told you that I was an actual alien, sent here 21 years ago, implanted into this family.
You're not 21.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I turned 21 in September.
Well, you're old.
How old are you, 20?
I'll be 20 in like a week or two.
No. Okay, so imagine I told you that, and that I've just been here to learn about. I've been here to learn about humanity, and to create a successful YouTube channel. Check me out, just I send you. At youtube.com.
373 saved them backwards.
Oh, you figured it out!
I figured it out.
That was my old screen name, but for some reason that still redirects to my current YouTube page.
Yeah.
So, there you go. But anyway, so yeah, how would you feel about that? If you found out that somebody a close personal friend, probably your best friend in the whole wide world. Not me, I'm just saying somebody. I mean, it could be me, I don't know. I don't know all your friends. But
okay.
A close friend, you found out that they were actually an alien. How would you respond to that?
I'd be like, that's awesome, bro. Can you prove it?
And then what would you need for them to prove it to you? Take them to their spaceship, or?
Well, I assume something about their anatomy would be slightly different, right?
No, not necessarily. Maybe
Okay.
just their consciousness is inside of a human body.
Ooh. Okay, then yeah, you'd have to prove it through a spaceship or something. I would need, like, physical evidence. There's none of this, like, lucid dreaming crap.
What if, like, they cut themselves in, like, blue liquid?
I would have to, like, touch the liquid, make sure it's not, like, a prank. And...
No, like, blue liquid falls out and it, like, burns a hole into the floor.
Okay, that'd be pretty good. So you're saying, what if you're an alien? Okay, you bring up an interesting topic, though. You know, on that show Ancient Aliens, they always talk about, like, oh, aliens did all this stuff. What if different races of humans actually are aliens?
Oh, descendants?
Like, what if, like, some of them from, like, what if the white humans, us Caucasian fellas, what if we are actually just from, like, another planet and we came here, and then over time we reproduced and stuff, and now all humans generally look the same? Because, I mean, it is reported that tall whites look very similar to humans.
That would explain why whites are the superior race, too.
It's true. We're more intelligent.
They're more... Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. This explains a lot, actually. So maybe the white race is superior because it's alien. And they come from a more advanced bloodline.
Yeah.
But then, that's a really far stretch to say.
Yeah.
Two different species evolved on separate planets, but then somehow they're compatible with each other?
Yeah. I mean, that's why we're talking about why some aliens are trying to create hybrids with us right now, is because, like, there would be a lot of stuff that had to happen there.
Which I guess is possible, but pretty unlikely.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they would
Unless
Go ahead.
the life on this Earth came from another planet originally.
Maybe?
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, we've been separated for so long that we evolved differently.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, maybe.
You know? Like, still compatible, but different. That's why we look different. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we met back up. You know, that happened.
That's a pretty crazy theory, but I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost like saying where humans came from. Is like, did we come from a god? Did we come from evolution or whatever? Or did we come from aliens who planted some of us on here? Or,
Well, I'm just saying that maybe God made those aliens first, and then they seeded this planet.
maybe.
The God of the Christian Bible, the one true religion.
Maybe. Okay, maybe there hasn't been enough time of the universe existing for two different races of aliens from different planets, different galaxies or whatever, to come in contact with each other. Like, we know how massive the universe is, and we know how great these distances and stuff are. Maybe the reason that we haven't, like, we don't have... I'm saying we haven't, quote unquote, because I'm not saying they aren't living among us.
Assuming that
we don't actually have them working in the government with us and stuff right now.
Or mutilating cattle.
Yeah. Because the distances of space and stuff are so great, there actually hasn't been enough time for one of the races to evolve enough to the point where we can get the technology and everything and then move to another planet and find... Like, not only do they need time to evolve and become smart and stuff, then you have to find the planets with the other races too. That's a lot of time needed.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
So that might be one of the reasons that it hasn't happened, because we just need so much time.
They could be way more advanced than us, but still not to the point of...
Yeah.
Like, you know, being able to travel the distance.
Right. Like, they might not have perfected time dilation or anything yet. I'm not just making that reference. Like, think about it. Like, in order to get to us, they might actually need a ship that can travel near light speeds.
Yeah.
So...
Warp drive.
Yeah. Okay.
To get to warp drive, you need a warp core. Which we haven't invented yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Star Trek reference.
Star Trek sucks.
What?
It's all about that Star Wars, dude.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
No, thank you. So let's assume that humanoid aliens do exist. What are the effects of this?
Where do they exist?
Let's assume that we're just doing our everyday life, and then a big old mothership appears over the earth, and they're like, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, first of all, we gotta establish a common language.
Alright, they're all like blah 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 blah, and then you're all like blah 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 blah. We're not speaking English. We're changing to their language. So
No.
blah 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 blah.
Okay, so let's ask a more interesting question.
Whoa.
We,
Sure.
us humans, because it just so depends. I mean, okay, let's say you establish a common language, then you get in contact with them. Well, then it's just a matter of like what they want, what their goals are for being here, and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Right.
It's up to that, which we would just have to make up right now. But let me ask you this: let's say us humans, the human race, 50 years from now, we've perfected agriculture to the point where like there's just no war because we have so much resources, we just don't have to fight over anything, right?
How many years from now?
50 years from now.
That's not enough years, but okay.
Well, apparently the singularity's in 2040, so who knows?
No, it's in 40 years from now, so it's like 2050. But continue.
I'm just saying, let's just say in
Okay.
2050, you know, the Earth is like some kind of utopia.
Right.
And we have the technology to travel, and we find an alien planet with a humanoid species on there.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do? How do we respond to knowing that that exists?
Okay,
You see what I'm saying? You're the president of the world because it's like one... Or actually, there's no more governments anymore.
We would probably try to be peaceful. If we've reached the singularity, then we probably don't need their resources or anything.
No, we don't. The Earth is a utopia. Let's just assume.
So, then, yeah, we would try to be peaceful and be like, yo, yeah, nigga, we're gonna... Oh, I can't say that on the show! Sorry. I'm so sorry. We'll probably, like, learn how to communicate with them and then be like, hey, you guys want to be, like, immortal like we are?
No, we're just regular people. I'm just
Dude,
saying.
we've reached the singularity. We're immortal.
No, we haven't reached a singularity.
Okay.
I just said that because you were saying whatever. I'm just saying Earth is a utopia. Everybody wears white robes. And,
We're a cult.
well, whatever. I'm just saying we have the technology. Like the Earth is all peaceful. Everyone's just
Okay.
hugging and high-fiving. Okay, so how do we, what's the first thing that we do when we find this race? Do we immediately, obviously here, I'll tell you, okay, so I'll tell you what you need to do, okay? 'Cause
Okay.
You're not thinking about this, right?
I'm not thinking about this right. Okay.
You don't, first of all, you don't contact them
Why not?
immediately. First thing you do some recon.
It's study
Some
them and
reconnaissance.
stuff. Yeah.
You look at them, you study them, you check out what they're checking out, you know? Hack into the phone wires, look on their internet if they even have one. Maybe they all speak telekinetically.
What if you're like researching them and you're like, let's see how far they are in their space exploration. You're looking in their computers and stuff, and then you see that they see you. It's like one of those things where you're looking at someone and then they're like, holy crap, they're looking back at me. What do I do?
Like I accidentally FaceTime one of them.
No.
I'm like, my face is just... I'm looking at my huge alien face.
No, they're just like all aliens, like FaceTiming and stuff, and then like a completely different race appears. Just like, that would be very creepy, dude.
That's what I'm saying though. You check them out, study them, see what they're about. Let's say they're like us now.
Mm-hmm.
Not a utopia. You know, they're still trying to figure everything out. Well, obviously, they're going to have a totally... Well, who knows? Maybe they're more like us than we would imagine. But who knows? They're probably totally different. But
Probably.
whatever. Let's just assume that they're at some sort of state that we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then what do? Do you contact them? Do you figure out their language so you can talk to them before you reveal yourself?
There's this weird thing where you have to define like what the utopia is because morals are a huge question here. Because in science fiction and stuff, there's always this idea of like, oh, we're not going to contact this other planet until they get their morals and stuff figured out, until they stop fighting and being idiots and stuff. They're too destructive of a race to be able to give them this technology that we have. They cannot be allowed to have this because they're so immoral or whatever, right?
Right.
Not amoral. We learned that last week.
Well,
it's immoral.
Let me throw a little Star Trek reference at you.
I'm ready.
Okay, there's this thing within the Star Trek universe called the Prime Directive. And it's basically for all ship captains. Okay? The Prime Directive states that, one, you cannot introduce yourself to any race that does not know that life exists outside of their planet.
Does not know or does not think?
They don't know that life exists outside of their planet. So you straight up cannot reveal yourself. You cannot show yourself to any race like that.
Okay.
So you can't land on their planet or anything. Or if you do, you have to do it all secretly and stuff. Second rule is you cannot give warp capabilities to any planet that hasn't developed interplanetary travel yet.
Okay.
So the means by which
so you could contact them.
So let's say you have a planet that knows about the existence of.
Let's say it's us. Like we basically know that bacteria and stuff exists, right? Does that count?
No.
Okay. So let's say in like 10 years or whatever. Oh, what would make you know that alien life exists without ever coming in contact with them in the first place?
You reach out.
What do you mean?
Like via space travel or something.
But how would they know if there's a rule that no one can go there and show them? You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? For who?
Like, okay, you said there's a rule. Okay, we're the aliens observing the planet, and we have a rule that we cannot contact them unless they know that alien life exists outside of their planet, right? How would that planet ever know that alien life exists if they never see the aliens because the aliens cannot contact them because of that rule?
They would have to figure it out for themselves. Like either via,
what allows you to know it if you have no proof though?
Like via like space travel or communications or something like that.
Okay, so what if the planet like
us, if we send out signals and say like, hey, contact us, we're here, there's life on this planet.
We literally have sent out signals before though.
Yeah, but
so an alien could contact us if this was planet Earth, even though we don't officially know. Like we've sent out signals.
Yes.
Okay, so we could then. So you gotta backpedal on that.
Yeah, so the Federation ships could. So if we knew, then they could come here and they could just come here if they wanted to.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then again, if we haven't developed our own warp drives, the ability to travel between planets, they can't give us that either.
Okay, but we have the ability to travel between planets. We're about to send people to Mars in like a year. Yeah,
so by that point, then they could help us out with our technology, but not until then.
Assuming these aliens live by Star Trek rules.
Yeah, all I was saying was.
Okay,
because you were making the point that, maybe what were you saying again?
I was saying that the morals were different because
yeah. Like if we're a utopia and the planet is the way we are now, we probably wouldn't want to sort of do anything with them yet until they are like more mature.
Okay, so
which that's true. If I lived on a utopia, and then we saw a planet like us are now, I'd be like, whoa. These
guys need to chill.
Let's just wait them out a little bit, yeah. But then we'd look back at our history books and be like, yeah, well, that was us like 50 years ago.
Yeah. So if the question was if we went and found a planet, what would we do? Well, we would observe it and see if they're mature enough, and if they're mature enough, then give them the technology, right?
Well, no, not necessarily. Just give them everything.
I mean, you should, right?
No.
Why not?
Because then they could potentially be a threat. You have to I mean, if you really wanted to, just be like, hey, we're here. If you ever need anything in the galaxy, just let us know. Here's our number. See you later. We live over here. We're at these coordinates.
Okay, that's cute. I like that. Yeah. Because that way they know that there is existence, and so that will be, then they'll be like, okay, look, these aliens exist. We need to like prepare ourselves. You know, like we know that aliens exist, so this needs to be like our prime motivation to like move forward.
Get
it's like,
together.
yeah. And so that's kind of cute. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, you know, like, hey, if your planet's ever about to explode, or, you know...
We'll take a couple of you. Send us your most beautiful women.
No! Then we do some sciencey stuff and, like, make it not explode.
Oh, okay. Okay. I figured we'd find them a new planet, just like, alright, you can live here, rent is 50 billion credits a month.
No way, dude. We'll probably, like, terraform the moon for them and be like, there you go, have that.
Okay. Our moon? No, I don't want them that close. Their moon.
Yeah, their moon, obviously.
Okay.
Because their moon is bigger than our moon.
Okay. That seems good.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just be like, here's our number. Call me if you need anything. You know, extreme famine and people are killing everybody. We'll send some food. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A little care package. Or maybe like some like high-tech soil. Or seeds.
Yeah, or
you
if
know
like, or if they're like dying of a disease or something, we could be like, all right, we can figure that one out for you.
Have another round of Black Plague. Here you go. Here's the cure for that.
Yeah.
Also, here's the cure for all diseases.
Unless, and I wanted to get into this, unless their life form is very, very, very different than us. You know how we and everything that we know is carbon-based?
Yeah.
There's a theory that there could be aliens and planets and stuff out there that are not carbon-based. You could have like sulfur-based aliens and stuff.
Right.
And then everything changes. Like, it would be very difficult. We would need weird technology and stuff to actually communicate with these people because their bodies are just so different, and it gets really complicated. So we would have to, in this scenario, I guess we're just assuming that everyone's carbon-based. That makes everything a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay. Just food for thought. There could be sulfur-based or like
silicone-based. I've heard of that.
Yeah. Aliens out there that are just different. And their planets could be different with different melting points and all kinds of stuff. And yeah.
But see, we would have all studied them because we got all this high-tech gadgetry.
Well.
So we would have like studied it and realized, oh, it's pretty similar. Pretty similar stuff. Here's a cure for all diseases. Here's the answer to your food problems. You know, if you want it, you know?
I mean, that's kind of like the Indian problem, though. Is like if we're like, here's the cure for all diseases, we could actually end up creating, like, assuming they're sulfur-based, we're like, okay, we study it, we give them this cure or something, and then because they're sulfur-based, we could actually end up like the germ or whatever it is could end up mutating differently than we would have predicted, and could become like some super disease or something. There's a bunch of issues there that we, you know.
Well, we'll just have to deal with that when we get there.
Yeah.
I'm not actually gonna let him die.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. If there was an issue that we couldn't solve, we'd take a couple of them. You know, not a little more than a couple.
Maybe ones that are like about to die. Like take those guys and be like, hey, what's up with these guys?
No, what I'm saying is, okay, let's assume.
Oh, you're talking about like take some refugees?
Yeah, like if 85% of their planet is infected or something, and we can't figure it out in time. Yeah, take like 1 million people and be like, all right, we're gonna save your race, but we can't save the whole planet. You know, seems like the nice thing to do.
Oh yeah, okay. No. Oh yeah, 1 million? That'd be great.
Yeah, 1 million's a pretty solid number.
And then like we'll like download all their internet stuff to like preserve their history and stuff, you know?
Oh yeah, we could. Well, maybe they wouldn't want that. I bet they have their own like Nicki Minaj and stuff. They're like, hey, just stay away from that part.
Hey, dude, it's part of the culture, man.
Bad culture. Nah, just let culture happen, guys. Okay. So I'm glad we got. Is there anything else you want to add on that?
Yeah, just that I would really love to be in that utopia right now. That'd be so awesome.
Kind of iffy on it.
Like, imagine, like...
I mean, if we reached the singularity, that'd be cool, but...
Well, even before that, imagine just, like, such a huge bounty of resources because we perfected like agriculture and everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And energy, like we can harness like, I mean, the sun produces enough energy in 1 second to power the entire Earth for a year.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
We just can't capture it all. We can only capture like 28% of it on like a 12 by 12 square inch sheet of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But whatevs. Let's say we get to that point. You know, we got like solar panels in space that are just like huge solar farms, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just like gathering up all the sunlight and like beaming it down to Earth, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
But imagine we're like capitalism, socialism, communism. It's all irrelevant anymore because nobody has to work for anything. We just have automated machines just constantly pumping out food, water, clothes, everything we need. At that point, people, their only designation is just to like enhance the culture, you know? More technology, more art, more this, more that, whatever you want, you know? Everyone goes and does what they want to do. They just wake up and do what they want to do.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Cool. Back to aliens. Let's talk about the religious part.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, what's the influence on religion if aliens were to come to our planet with a big old mothership and be all like, blah, 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 blah.
Well, what do they want?
Let's just say they're just like saying what's up and like, hey, letting you know we're here. If you need anything, come contact us.
Well, if that's the case, then I don't know. We might mistake them for gods.
Yeah.
Like, oh crap, is that God?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the second coming of Christ?
Yeah. Or the first coming. Jewish people.
Or the second one?
Or the first.
Or people that know the truth?
Shut up. Sure, we have Jewish viewers.
We should get them on the show.
Okay.
So, I mean, at that point, yeah, what's up with that?
I mean, that is one of the issues with it is like...
We may mistake them for gods, you know?
Some people might, and there will definitely be people like that. Like, I can picture some hippies or something being like worshipping them or whatever. But, there's also the issue of, like, people are going to be like, no, you're an idiot. That was an alien, and your God doesn't exist.
Why? Why does an alien... Oh, okay, so does alien... The existence of an alien?
Yeah.
Exclude the idea that God exists? That
Yeah.
How? How so?
That's what I'm saying the question is.
Oh. No, of course it doesn't. I mean...
Well,
yeah, I
okay.
mean, who knows? God could have just started the universe and then just said, alright, that's good.
The thing is, like, okay, let's take the Christian religion since you love talking about it so much. There's nowhere in the Bible that's
it's
like...
the one true religion.
Like, that says, like, in the future, you'll be like, hey, you'll come in contact with these other races from other planets, and, yeah, you're supposed to get them saved, too, even though everything that happened on Earth, or everything that happened in the Bible happened on Earth, and so... You know what I'm saying? It's a little conceited to assume that, like, we have the one true religion, and everything that happened happened on Earth and not some other planet when there's a whole universe out there, and we've proven that there's a whole universe of other life out there.
Well, first of all, two possibilities here.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus could have gone to those other planets at some point. Right? It
So
wouldn't be in our Bible, because why would it?
Yeah, so
It's
the
not
other
relevant to
planets
us.
all have the same religion, just a little different or something?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Or, the Bible that we know of, those events didn't even happen on Earth. They happened on another planet.
We talked about this, I think, right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
is that not
that's
possible?
I mean, is that not okay? I have no idea, dude. Like,
Wouldn't that be cool if we find out? Like, oh yeah, like what if they're...
the problem with that is that we have records of the things in our Bible happening on this planet, right?
Right.
Not like the supernatural stuff, but like the people existing. Like, there's reports of Jesus Christ existing. Or Jesus existing. He wasn't necessarily Christ in the reports. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Of course,
And our
and then we have
Bible is
records
just-
of like all
Our Bible is just written accounts of things that happened stuck together at the Council of Nicaea or whatever, right?
No, that council.
What? No?
Yeah.
No?
The council didn't necessarily. There's no proof that the council actually put together the books of the Bible that we have today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Only that they ordered Bibles be made.
Okay.
But it's just conjecture that they actually sat down and were like, okay, we're going to have this book and this book.
Well,
and
listen,
this
dude,
book.
someone had to put them together.
Well, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, but
Okay.
not necessarily. It wasn't necessarily one person that set the definitive account. You know what I mean?
I mean, in the Council of Nicaea, people assume that Constantine was the one person, right? So
Yeah,
the
but there's
idea-
no actual record of them actually doing that.
Oh,
Only the
okay.
fact that he ordered like a certain number of Bibles be made for him,
Oh,
be
okay.
printed up. But like, there's no record of them organizing it or discriminating books, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. It probably came together over years and years and years.
Yeah.
Of
There were
people
probably
like-
different versions.
People
and
like,
stuff.
oh, here's this book. We've only had this one book. Oh, we've got these 5 books that we've been reading from.
Right.
Oh, okay, let's put them together. And then
Yeah. Okay.
200 years or
The
whatever.
point is that the theory that our Bible isn't actually from this planet is stupid, though, because, I mean, the Bible is just a bunch of, like, written documents and stuff that we have from history.
Okay, what if the aliens come and they have the exact same Bible we have? Does that confirm that God exists? And that Christianity is the one true religion?
The exact same?
Mm-hmm.
Which translation?
In a different language.
Which translation?
It's...
The translation.
No, it would be in their language.
Yeah.
But when we translate it, it would be like obviously,
Then
you
yes.
get what I'm saying, right?
If that happened, that would be like 100% proof, and that would be nuts. Unless...
Because like in their account, like Jesus just came down and gave them this book.
Right. That would be really weird.
Maybe they got like one extra book of when Jesus came the first time. He's like, all right, guys, this is what I did on this other planet.
Okay.
Here's everything that you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back later to come get y'all and take y'all to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
I mean, that would be pretty solid evidence, I think.
I mean, yeah.
That would be highly suggestive.
And then maybe they just got one extra book
Now,
of like the first coming of Jesus.
here's a question for you. If aliens showed up and had an exact copy of a Quran, and we're like, look, this is what happened. That one dude.
That would suck.
That one dude came and I can't.
Muhammad?
Yeah, and he gave us this. Would you change your convictions?
That
and
would
beliefs?
suck.
Would it?
Yeah, dude, that would legitimize every terrorist action.
Or, well, not necessarily, because a lot of them don't believe that they should be aggressive and stuff like that.
Right, but the ones that are would feel like that legitimizes their...
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about here. I'm talking specifically about you, though, because you said that we were saying that would pretty much, if it was the Bible, then that would pretty much verify the Christian belief. So if it was a Quran, that would pretty much verify the Islam belief. And so would you, at that point, convert? Is that enough proof? It would be, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, there you
I'd
go.
highly consider it. For a long time, then eventually convert, yeah, but...
Okay.
Well, I mean, Islam has like a bunch of denominations too, just like Christianity.
Right.
So there's like... Everyone believes
But
that
the
they've got their
aliens
right...
got their own denomination, too. Probably.
Yeah, they've got several.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, man.
What
That'd be crazy.
if like the terrorist version is just like really different? And the aliens are like, what are you guys doing? Like, this wasn't in our Quran. Like, why are you being terrorists? So there's that. So the existence of aliens. Let's assume that they, if they came to our planet, and if they came to our planet, obviously with a mothership and stuff. They're clearly much, much, much more intelligent than us.
Not necessarily.
Let's assume they have like warp drives and all kinds of stuff, and they can time dilate and do everything that they need to do, right? And they're like really...
But that's the only thing that they're more advanced at.
Okay, they're really intelligent, right?
No, not necessarily.
I'm saying let's assume for this scenario that I'm creating.
Okay.
Jeez. This guy. So let's assume that they come and they're really intelligent and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
We'll get to your point, remember that, by the way. What if they had different morals and different religions and stuff?
Like their own, like totally random ones that are different from us?
Yeah, and they try to teach it to us. What do? Do we accept their morals because they've proven to be much more intelligent and or peaceful than us?
No, that doesn't mean they know right and wrong better than we do.
And as well as their religions. What about that?
Well, their religions, no. I mean, obviously, first thing we do, we give them a Bible.
Shut up.
Tell them about the one true religion.
They're gonna be like, these guys are idiots. I'm out of here.
Well, they're going to be toting their own Bibles.
Right.
With their own whatever.
They're actually,
Probably like Xenu or whatever.
Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses actually have space technology, and they're actually going to other planets, just like knocking on the atmosphere, and they're all like, hey.
Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Scientology, they believe in aliens.
They do believe in aliens. But they're very hidden about what they believe, and so it's hard to find information.
Especially when you get to that alien part.
Yeah, because they have this weird idea that only the higher ups are allowed to know the more secretive information. And so, like, whoever the main leaders and stuff are, they know all this stuff about the aliens and stuff. But,
Which basically you have to pay to play. You have to pay to level up.
Maybe. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's how it works, dude.
So, okay, cool.
There's a documentary coming out on HBO pretty soon.
Okay. So they come to the planet and they have different morals and religions and stuff. What do we do?
We're like, okay, cool. Can we have these cool warp drives?
No, do we change our morals? Do we change our beliefs or anything like that?
Why? Why would you?
Like, what if they're like, okay, you guys are jerks and you terrorize each other and stuff, and we have the correct morals, you need to follow our morals.
Well, if they believe that we're terrorizing each other, then they have this pretty much the same morals that we do.
That's true, probably, huh?
They're like, whoa, you guys are doing stuff wrong. Well, yeah, we recognize that.
What if they have like a really weird utopian extreme of like, if you tell a lie, we're blowing your head off. Yeah.
Dude, there was actually an episode of Star Trek like that.
Really?
Where they go to this planet that is a utopia.
Uh-huh.
And this kid, like, they're like playing with this kid. And he like, one of their guys trips into like this garden.
Mm-hmm.
And they only have one penalty for breaking the rules, and it's death.
There you go.
And like, they're not supposed to interfere. That's another part of the Prime Directive. You're not supposed to like change the course of their thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like, they could visit the planet because the planet knew that aliens existed and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, they're not supposed to interfere with their court stuff, so they're supposed to just let their guy die, basically.
Uh-huh.
But they were like, nah, we're gonna go ahead and take this guy back with us.
Cool.
And then they have like sort of an argument about like, oh, I bet we seem really like primitive and stuff, you know, because of our morals and stuff. Our morality is different here. But
okay.
This is like just the way we do things.
We're on limited time here, Josiah. Enough Star Trek.
Okay, I'm just saying it was a good episode.
Okay, so let's assume
the Next Generation.
Let's assume they're not that Degrassi. Let's assume they're not that extreme, and they're just like, okay, you tell a lie, we're killing you. Do we just adapt those morals because
we'd be like, no.
Listen, what if they're like, look, we'll help you out, we'll give you all this technology, we'll educate you, we'll do all this stuff, but you have to adapt to our morals or religions. What would you do?
Be like, no.
And just like be like, get out of here, you dumb aliens.
Yeah, get out of here, you dumb aliens.
Is that how like convinced you are in the Christian religion that if they came by with their own morals and religion and stuff, you would be like, no, I don't want this like.
Well, how different is it? I mean, that's what it really depends on. I mean, if it's like.
Okay, let's assume it's not the morals, but it's just the religion. Let's assume that they have different religions and stuff, and they're like, okay, believe in this stuff, and we'll give you all this sweet technology and stuff. Would you do it?
But I have to kill somebody?
No. You don't have to kill anyone.
What do I have to do?
You just have to convert to their religion.
No!
Really?
Yeah!
Because, okay.
I'm just gonna give up on everything I believe in just because these guys can travel between planets?
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on here where it's like, they're not just trying to convince you of religion because they think it's the one true one or something. Yeah, they are. But as soon as you see them appear, and as soon as you see that they have all their own religions and stuff, that should make you realize, like, look, there's billions and billions of religions out there. The chances of mine being the correct one has just decreased significantly. And so your willingness to change and become part of their religion in order to move forward with technology in your life to become better, shouldn't you do that?
No!
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Think about this.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that there even more religions exist.
Right.
Okay. Than currently do now.
Right.
Or at least one more.
Right.
Right? Assuming they only have one, they have one world religion. Which is also pretty unlikely.
It's just the one race that's like there, and they're like, convert to our religion and we'll help you out and stuff.
No!
No.
It makes it even more... Okay, here's why. It's like even more unlikely now.
That theirs is the correct one, or?
It may be more unlikely, but if they only have one,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, no, you're not just gonna sell out everything you believe in just so you can go to the moon faster? No,
Not the moon.
that's
but
not
other
even a fair
places.
trade.
Well, you're not really giving up a whole lot at that point if you know there's billions and billions of religions out there.
But you don't. As far as you know, there's only one more.
Okay, what if this alien race that came to the planet had reached the singularity? And they're all like, look, guys,
So they're just AIs?
we can make you immortal if you convert to this religion.
No, because then I just have to go to hell.
You'd be immortal. You would never die.
No, but I would die.
When?
Because you understand the singularity is about like uploading your consciousness into some kind of...
Yeah, okay, now we're getting really deep into crazy stuff, and this is like,
That's part of the singularity. Your own person dies, and your consciousness lives on.
Yeah, well now we're talking about like souls and stuff, and okay.
Exactly!
Anyways, okay, so enough of that. The last thing, I don't think there's anything else to add on that.
Yeah, we only got 14 minutes left. Another one in the bag. Unless you got any more questions for me that I can...
I'm deciding whether I want to say this.
Okay, just say it. Is it going to take more than 14 minutes? Then just get it out there.
There's a belief that religious people have that, that aliens and stuff would actually just be demons, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so there's that, and if they came to Earth, then some Christians and stuff would be like, no, these are people trying to convince me that Jesus didn't die for my sins and stuff, and so they would reject it as well.
Another strong possibility.
Just like you. Strong possibility. Yeah, okay. And that they also believe like the UFOs and everything, or the alien sightings, it's like trying to stray you away from God or something like that. And I just wanted to comment on that and like let it out there. But it's pretty... There's not a whole lot to that.
Okay, well, thanks for putting it out there.
Yeah. If you want to learn more about aliens, look into the small grays, tall whites, all that and stuff.
The Wikipedia article, Species of Aliens.
Aurora, Texas. Look into the Minister of Defense of Canada, all that stuff. If you think we did a terrible job on this episode, which we probably did, comment below.
I think this is one of our better episodes.
If you think, if we missed anything that you want to
anything that you want to talk about?
About aliens or something that we missed, because we probably did, comment below. Or comment on our Facebook. Go like our Facebook at facebook.com/Tcopodcast. Go like Josiah's YouTube channel at youtube.com/
Josiah Sandu.
373, save them backwards. That's what it is. I guess that's basically it. Another one in the bag.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Like,
everybody.
comment, subscribe, do all that stuff.
You can find him on Facebook.com.
You can add me on Facebook. If you actually watch this show, add me on Facebook.
Jacob Clodfelter.
It's actually /Jacob.Clodfelter.5, I think. But you can find me through the TCO podcast.
And oh yeah, like our Facebook page, TCO Podcast.
TCO Podcast.
And I think that's it actually.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
I wanted there to be something else. Maybe Twitter coming soon.
That's up to him. I don't do Twitter. I freaking hate Twitter.
That's up to him. I hate Twitter.
Okay, so we're not doing Twitter. Sorry, guys. If you want a Twitter, comment below.
Yeah, let us know.
Share this or share your favorite episodes on your Facebook
Let us know,
pages
Matthew, if you're the only one watching every episode.
I don't know. It seems like these episodes get like 10 views, but I don't know if they're all just like people,
me, you, and one other person,
or if they like click on them and then just like after 5 minutes close it out. I don't.
I'm sure that happens
I don't
a
think
lot.
anyone. We can check that out in the statistics or something.
Oh yeah, you can.
What's the topic for next week? We don't know yet.
We don't know. Well, that's for us. As soon as we stop recording.
If you have any good topic ideas, let us know.
Yeah, Matthew. If you have any good topic ideas, let us know.
Witchcraft Part 2 will be happening.
Eventually.
In a couple months.
I want to do Time Travel Part 2. That was the funnest episode.
I guess that's it, right?
That's it. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next time.
Okay, what we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.